So in the previous problem, we talked about looking at moving that concrete model of fraction tiles to the pictorial tape model. And we talked about how that might look with addition using unit fractions and story problems. So the context is a really great way to get kids understanding and manipulating the actual concrete objects and pictures to deeply understand fraction addition. So the first model we talked about, the students likely were identifying each 6-size piece. So let's talk about another option that will happen as students become more comfortable with looking at things like equivalency and knowing the ideas that 2/4 is the same as 1/2, or 1/6 and 1/6 equals 2/6. They're going to be able to start looking at the size of the chunk. So you may have students in your classroom that start thinking about it in terms of, if I were to place 2 of those 6 tiles, roughly where would it be? So let's draw what that might look like for students doing another story problem. So Riley had 4/6 of a pizza at lunch. So I know that Riley's thinking, if we had 4/6 of the pizza for Riley. So I know that's going to be almost a whole. If I'm doing roughly approximating a third and a third, I could do this to get my third and a third. I also might have had students that do this. Whoops, here we go. We're losing the page a little. Losing the page a little bit here. Okay, you might have had students that just said, you know what? This is roughly 4 of the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that would leave me 2 more 6. So they might label this whole chunk here 4/6. And then they would say, this is what's left over of the pizza. So they know if I have 4/6, there must be 2/6 left, because 4/6, 5/6, 6/6. You will have students that are able to do that. So be ready to think about what kind of questions I might ask as students become ready. If they already know that 4/6 as a unit looks like this, and if they've written, maybe instead they write this whole section as 2/6. Is there a way that we can get them to think or transition to the idea of proportionality, knowing that 4/6 is going to be 4 times what 1/6 size will be? So this again is looking at fraction addition, and you can see on this tape model, it's going from very pictorial to obviously pretty abstract, because we're actually using the pictorial representations of what a fraction tile would be, and also the abstract looking at the actual fraction written out.